So without further ado, let's get into this week's Much Ado About Payments. It was my privilege to be the first custodian of the UK's current account switch service for the first 5 years of its operation. And this week I was a guest at Pay.UK's annual switch service strategy day. Thanks for the invite, John. So proud of what this groundbreaking service has achieved. So it was back in 2012 when the then Shadow Chancellor, a guy called Ed Balls, said that you're more likely to be divorced than you are changing your bank account. Now, what a thing to say, more likely to be divorced than change your bank account. The banking industry had to respond, and just 14 months later, in September 2013, the current account switching service was born. It was my privilege to be the custodian and the operator of CAS for the first 5 years of its operation, and today I've been at the annual strategy review for current account switching held by Pay.UK in the East End of London. And you know, I heard that in the last, since the service has been operated, 12 million people have used the service to switch their bank account. Each year 167 million transactions are redirected from being pointed at the wrong bank to being pointed at the new bank. That 53, and now it's 55, with Revolut and United National Bank joining the system. Banks and building societies and payments institutions have joined the current account switching service. From a population point of view, 75% of people in the United Kingdom are aware of its existence, and for those that have actually used it, 90% say that they would recommend the current account service to their friends. Each month there are winners and losers in the banking account switch race. The current 3 winners, top of the tree, are a building society nationwide, maybe because of their advertising against any bank, are Monzo, a challenger bank who weren't really around at the beginning of current account switching, and one incumbent, HSBC, are there as a net winner of current account switches in the last quarter. I think it's been fantastic to have been part of the CAS journey for the first 5 years, and hats off to the current operators in terms of keeping that system running, helping us change our bank accounts to a new bank account with a guaranteed switch of 7 days. In this week's Payments Unpacked, we cover romance scams which drained £108 million from unsuspecting Brits' accounts in 2024. Also this week we talk about verification of payee going live in Europe, we talk about strengthening Switzerland's banking, and we have an update on the National Payments Plan and Vision. In this week's episode of Payments Unpacked TV, we dived into a pressing question. We asked whether pre-verification solutions are truly making an impact, or are tools like verification of payee checks just the beginning. I shared some perspectives that while these initiatives mark important progress, they are far from the finishing line. If we're serious about outsmarting the fraudster, there's much more work to be done, and it's incumbent upon all of us to stay one step ahead of the bad actors. So my answer to the question before us today, pre-verification, good or bad? Impact? Yes, good. Yes, an impact. Is it enough? Absolutely not. We've all got to do a lot more. Fraudsters are innovative people. You know, they've stopped amending checks to get their money. They've stopped bashing Securicor guys over with a brick as they walk into Tesco's. They've moved on from looking at maybe changing payment instructions. They will always move on and do things. And the important thing here is that we have where fraudsters see an opportunity in a real-time payment or a near real-time payment, we're doing absolutely all we can to thwart their endeavours. Inevitably, they will move elsewhere, so we have to be vigilant and we can't be complacent. But, you know, where there is fraud in any payment instrument, it's incumbent upon us all to address that opportunity for somebody to be naughty. If you're at the Payment Leaders Summit in London on the 22nd of October, make sure you come up and say hello. I'll be moderating a panel with Claire Simpson from the PSR, Tom Burton from GoCardless, and Stuart Bailey from Lloyds Bank. And we'll be talking about the National Payments Vision and the planned new retail payment infrastructure. It's an excellent event. Don't take my word for it. This is what other people say about it.
My overall experience has been a good one. It's always interesting to participate in conferences, to learn off of the merchants, but also understand what the latest innovations are in the payment space.
So having been a sponsor previously at this event, we saw that the calibre of the individuals or the attendees was really strong.
We've really enjoyed the quality of the speakers and the content. I think because we've heard people sharing their experiences, and it's great to hear the merchants who operate at scale telling us about how they deal with their own issues. and compare those experiences.
I was in the butcher's this week and I found this book, Much Ado About Mutton. It's clear Much Ado About Payments is starting a trend. Thanks for watching this week's Much Ado About Payments. Make sure you subscribe at payments-unpack.com. That's payments-unpack.com.